here at the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, we actually work more with unmanned spacecrafts. I am a scientist in support of the missions here that we have going to Mars, working on trying to help the engineers understand what kind of spacecrafts we send to Mars, what kind of instruments we send to Mars, and then we get to look at the data first and understand what's going on with Mars.
Okay, I think we're fine. That's what's solved.
So I'm the geologist who goes out in the field early, finds the spot, finds the area that we're going to do, takes the rover out there, and makes sure that the science gets back to the scientists to train them to how to be a robotic geologist. 12 years ago, I worked with the Mars Pathfinder mission. And I found out that, man, I really like working with robots. This is cool.
As long as everybody knows that it's due to Bob Anderson, then the rest of us are all confident.
And so I was fortunate enough to go from that to the MER rovers, the Mars Exploration Rovers. And now I'm up to MSL, I'm on the Mars Science Laboratory. And so my job on the Mars Science Laboratory, again, is the interface between the robotic arm and the instruments on the robotic arm and the instruments that are inside the Mars Science Laboratory. We're going to drill into a rock. We're going to bring a little powder sample up. We're going to do all kinds of stuff that a geologist does to this powder. And then we're going to put it in 2 onboard instruments on board the spacecraft. And my job is to make sure that powder gets there. Well, you're only as good as the notes you take in your notebook. In fact, in the old days with surveyors and geologist notebooks were actually like a legal document. We actually had to sign pages at the bottom. We had to cross out areas that we didn't use a blank page. Nowadays, we're not so strict with computers and everything because with laptops, you can take it out and do your notes in on a laptop and everything. But the field lab notebook is one of my most valuable tools that I use in the field. When I was growing up, I would really say that I was the Bart Simpson of the 70s. I was pretty lazy. I had fun. When I was in school, I never liked sitting behind desk. I always liked to play outside. And so when I went into college, I had to find something that I could do, quote, outside. Well, geology is the correct thing to do because what I would do is go out in the field and walk outcrops or walk out into the geology and try to understand what was going on so I didn't have to sit behind a desk. If anybody comes up to me at JPL and says, Bob, we need this from you, then they don't have to ask me again to deliver it because I will deliver it. That's just the way I am. My work ethic has always covered me. And you'll find out in school that intelligence will take you a long way, but work ethics will take you further than intelligence.